All right, welcome back. This is the second video of our Python Bootcamp where we're going to get Python installed, set up, and we're actually even going to start using it. So Python is a cross-platform application, meaning it runs on most operating systems, including Windows, Mac, Linux, and so on. I'm going to be using Windows in this video, but and although the installations slightly differ, they're pretty close to the same thing. Now there's two ways you can install Python. The first way is to install the official Python distribution, and to do that we're going to jump over here into the browser and we're going to go to python.org, and here you can see that we have some options here. The first being the downloads, and right on, if you hover over the downloads icon here, you can see what they recommend here for the installation. Python 3.8.2 being the current Python version of at the time that I'm recording this. And now this is one of the ways to install Python. But in this video and in this course, we're going to be using a different Python distribution. And that Python distribution is called Anaconda. And the reason we're going to be using that distribution is because it contains a lot of additional modules and tools that we're going to be using in the course as well. And they all come pre-compiled and installed, which is great. So in order to do that, we're actually going to go and we're going to search for Python Anaconda. So let's do that. Python Anaconda. It's here in my Google search list. So you can go to Google and search for Python Anaconda. And right here on the very first link is the Anaconda distribution. We're going to click on that. And you'll see that this is the world's most popular Python R data science platform. So let's click on download and make sure that you download the Python 3.7 or higher version and not Python 2.0. All right. I have a 64-bit machine, so I'm going to install the 64-bit installer. And I'm just going to go over to maybe a temp folder and install it there. All right. Okay, so once that finishes, let's click on the install file and let's get it installed. All right, here it is. Welcome to Anaconda 3, 64-bit install. So we can click next, agree to the license. This is installing just for me in this instance, and where to install it. Now, I already have this application installed on my system. So what you'll want to do is you just want to finish and go through all the prompts, use the recommended prompts until you finish and you have Anaconda on your machine. Okay? Now, to test if it was installed successfully on your machine, what you'll want to do is on Windows is you'll want to hit the Windows key and you'll want to type in CMD. Okay, when you type in CMD, it will, and hit enter, it will open up this command prompt. All right, so once you have that command prompt open on Windows or your terminal on Mac, you'll want to go in and we're going to make sure that Python was successfully installed. So what we're going to do is we are going to type in Python -- version, and you'll see that right now I have Python 3.7.2 installed and ready to go. So I am good on my end with Python. So if I was to type in Python, you'll actually see that the command window now changed from being a regular command prompt to a Python prompt, which you can actually start typing Python code in here. For example, if I was to say message equals hello world, which you might have heard of before, okay? And then I say print message. There you go. It prints out hello world. So we can see that Python is in fact actually working on our machine, which is important. So great, we have it installed. Now, when we installed it, it came with some other tools as well. Let's look at those. So what I'd like you to do now is I want you to hit, for Windows, the Start key, and I'd like you to search for Anaconda, your Anaconda installable application that you already installed. It could be called the Anaconda Navigator app. On Mac, I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but you're looking for Anaconda. We're going to open that up. All right. So this is what the Anaconda Navigator looks like. You'll notice that not only do we have Python on our machine, but we have a whole bunch of tools. A lot of these actually have to do with data analytics, and we're going to take a look at those later because they're very cool. But we have a whole bunch of tools that we can use with our Python installation. One of the most important here is the Jupyter Notebook. We're going to launch up this Jupyter Notebook here. This is the best place to start writing Python code. It's right in a browser. It's super easy to use, super easy to get started. You'll see that we have our Jupyter Notebook running here. And here we can do a lot of really, we can keep all of our Python notebooks together and write Python code. I'm going to show you some simple examples. All right, so over on the Jupyter Notebook, over here, let's create a new Python 3 file. Great. Okay. And here we can immediately start writing Python code. Give you an example again. Just like we did before in the terminal, let's create a variable called message, and we're going to assign it, apologize, hello world. And if I hit Shift Enter, it runs it and creates a new slice where we can actually do something else. So here I can type print message. I'm going to hit Control Enter, and it runs it. And there it goes. It printed the message that we first executed up here. So we have Python installed. We have our Jupyter Notebooks installed, which we're going to be using throughout this course. And now we're ready to actually start learning and writing Python. So join me in the next course where we're going to start learning about simple data types, and we're going to start writing Python right out of the gate. So I'll see you there.